Sam woke up from a good dream. His last girlfriend and her sister had been in bed with him. He still felt their skin on his fingertips as he stretched awake. He pulled off the blanket he had quilted from cloth squares he had found around the station. The Stygians liked the squares for cleaning the mist emitters in the halls. He stood up and walked over to his desk he had built. He opened a drawer and pulled out his underwear. It had a wear hole in the crotch, he noticed. He put it on anyway and left his room. He shuffled down the hall, beard long, hair past his ears, yawning. He entered the lunchroom. A regular crew of Stygians waved arms at him, raising hands full of star clams at him. He gave a half wave back without looking, and continued across the room to an alcove in the corner. He pulled the pot from the makeshift coffee maker and rinsed it in the sink the SFP had made for him. He filled it full of water and poured it into the coffee maker's tank. He popped open the metal fiber filter and dumped it in the sink, washing the grounds down. Sam then opened the drawer and pulled out the canister of coffee. He poured it into the filter, the last grains. Fuck, he muttered to himself. He put it back into the maker and started it to brew. Sam waited for it and got himself a cup when it was ready. He sat down at the table that had his chair and took a drink. As he set his mug down inside, a creature he missed seeing got up and walked over. It walked in a circular fashion on 3 legs. It had a head atop a torso, twists of horns covering it, and 3 eyes. On its torso it had 3 limbs, each ending in round manipulators covered in small nubs. It got to his table and sat on an open bench. "Hello, human," a device strapped to its chest spoke. "Hello? I watched you dispose of brown cuttings that produced your drink. May I have some of those cut pieces of material?" "You talking about the coffee grounds?" "Yes, may I have some?" "Sure, why do you want them? I already used them. This is the last coffee for 11 billion light years." "You, Sam, like coffee, yes?" He raised his cup. "Yeah, I do. I did." "Then I would like coffee grounds. This is okay with you, Sam?" "Yeah, sure, what the hell, right." "Thank you, Sam." The alien got up and went over to the coffee maker. It pulled a bag from the device it had strapped to its chest and filled it with some of the coffee grounds from the filter. It then left the cafeteria down the hall. Sam, still in his underwear, sat in his consortium-built office with Guachuk hovering across the desk from him. "The world the Norbits is from is offering what now for my help? Their world is presently infected with rogue spider boxes, which you could seemingly rid them of. You have a very good position given the alternative is planetary annihilation. I'm not going to take advantage of catastrophe. That's not right. They will owe you their world. You can ask whatever you wish of them. I ask them to bring infected ships here so we can cleanse them, a ship capable of housing a copy of Orbit to go to their world and allow him full access, 2 freighters, and an assortment of weapons for arming the station. I think that's fair. You are cutting off your own webs. When my people catch our own profiteering from tragedy, we pay them with violence. I will get something for this, but I won't take anything more than what I think is fair." "You keep surprising me, Sam." Guachuk hovered higher in preparation to exit. "I will go tell them what you require." "Thank you, Guachuk." Guachuk had just left the office when Orbit pinged. "Sir, you have someone waiting in the lobby." "Who is it?" "New arrival, sir, booked passage on a Stygian ship. It requested use of the English word preserver specifically." "Send it in, then." The tri-based creature from the cafeteria walked in, pushing a wheeled cart. The cart had a power supply on the lower shelf, and a lighted container on top with wires going down to the power supply. "Thank you for having me, Sam," it said through its translator on its chest. "I bring a gift in thanks for gift you gave me." Sam got up and walked over to the cart. "The coffee grounds?" "Yes, it turned out to be quite beneficial. Many DNA strings never before encountered. I created this from it." He opened the container to reveal a small plant. It had several shiny leaves and a central brown stem. "That is a coffee plant? You serious?" "It is a plant from the matter you gave me. If that was what you call coffee, then this is the source plant." "You grew it so quick." "Printed per its own specifications. I got it to this point, and it is now self-capable. Again, I thank you for this data string. The preserver started walking toward the door. Wait. Hold up. The preserver stopped. Is it not satisfactory? It is more than satisfactory. I would like to know if you would be willing to do more. It pivoted and came closer. I am a preserver. I must always do more. Then I want to hire you. Would you be willing to stay here on station and work? Are you offering habitation of your station to me? Can you make more coffee plants? Easily. How much room are you offering? I want a coffee farm. I really want one. I have other foods I am near depletion of. How much space do you need? The preserver shifted on its red legs and tilted its horned head. My kind travel a lot. We do not often get space. We catalog our finds and report to those who do have space. To have what you might be offering would be a great boon to me. You really offer me space? You just brought me the first bit of home I have had in a long while. You tell me what you need, and I will make it happen. The preserver bounced in place, looking like an umbrella folding and unfolding. I can give your AI designs. You let me know what you can do. I have already encountered numerous species on board your station. I was trying to find a way to barter for samples. This is a miracle. Thank you, Sam. Sam led him to the door. You draw up what you need and I will work on having it built. I thank you for this preserver. The preserver bounced as it danced down the hallway. The consortium's storehouse arm was nearing completion. The clam farms had been built. SFP commissioned 3 more be built from their earnings, and nursery tower for their own species. The docking gantry had been expanded and now had a total of 4 berths for ships to dock. 2 currently held consortium freighters, and another had a Stygian warship docked. Sam had his old quarters converted to space for the preserver after the new human housing project was complete. He had a bay window looking out over the docks, and a large king-size bed filled with blankets near enough to something made back home. He had a large display on the wall in his dining room. An Obelisk member of the consortium had started a news channel for the station, and Orbit created a datanet for its broadcast. Guachuk had a broadcast array built out of his own pocket and was already getting ad revenue. Profit from ore to alloy conversion was used to fund a security detail of Stygian mercenaries on ship. Sam had Orbit create a training course for them to get them up Geneva standards. Sam was sitting at his dining table in his big-ass blue chair, eating a squishy and drinking a cup of coffee. The display was on, and a hairy obelisk was talking to the camera. It was a political piece, highlighting the impressive weapon placements aboard the station. Sam got up and took his dishes to the sink. He rinsed them and put them in a beam cleaner. He walked to the bathroom and started a shower. Once clean, he trimmed his beard and shaved his neck. After a thorough tooth cleansing, he went to his closet and got a t-shirt and slacks he had custom made. He slipped into a set of printed plastic shoes and left his apartment. Orbit. Yes, sir? The hologram appeared and responded. I wish to see progress on the coffee farm. Yes, sir. I will alert the SFP of your arrival. Thank you, Orbit. Sam walked the hallways to the new coffee plantation he had commissioned. Several storerooms were reworked together, and an additional 3,000 square feet of station was built to house it. Sam had tried at first to take care of the single coffee plant on his own, but he was withering under his care. As a last resort, he took it to the SFP and asked if they knew anything about plants. A cluster gathered around the ailing plant, smelled it, and knew what it needed instantly. He asked them if they could take care of it, and they took it without question or ask of reimbursement. When the preserver had more plants readied, they took them in as well. The coffee farm was the outcome of that progress. Sam entered the farm. Misters hanging from the ceiling were drip-watering the plants as he walked past. Specially crafted lighting was giving the plants the proper nutrition they required. A member of the starfish people lumbered over to Sam. Hello, Sam. Hello, SFP. How are things currently? Your coffee makes oxygen. Air is fresh, clean. We enjoy this room. Touching plants helps our skin. SFP helped up one of the limbs it was using as an arm, highlighting its skin. Sam couldn't tell any difference. That is good. I like that you have found benefit in something from my home. It is good. We feel the same. Orbit told me one of your people got sick when you made the first bag of coffee for me. Are they well? Yes. Sickness past. Beans toxic. We knew but wanted to make Sam happy. I can process the beans. From now on, do not risk yourselves like that. You do more than enough on this station. I am happy with everything you do. Do not risk your lives. Do you understand? We have a nursery. We have new lives because of life space here. Risk of success was worth cost of one body. I do not feel the same. Life is precious to my people. Do not throw away any of yours, do you understand? We will do as you ask. We will bring next crop to you to process. Sam has no risk from processing. It is more efficient. All right, we can roll with that. Sam smiled. Is there anything else your people need at the moment? No, we buy what we need. Felbian people buy from us. Cycle of economy is strong. We will build more farms. We wish to know how many more farms can Power Core sustain? That is a good question. I will look into that. Sam checked the time on his wrist display. I will have Orbit run the numbers and get you an answer. If we are anywhere near the limit, I will look into upgrading our energy supply. Thank you, Sam. The Preserver said he had something he wanted me to see. I was going to head that way. We hope to see what he has made as well. Show us maybe after? Maybe, depends on what it is. I'll let you all know, okay? Sam said as he started walking to the appropriately sized door. We agree to that? Several of the cluster looked at Sam from around the coffee plant room and waved 3 arms each, their tendrils twitching on their hands. Sam walked the familiar misty floored corridor leading to his old quarters. A herd of squishies moved in front of him like a stampede of elk. He reached his old door and rang the buzzer beside it. The Preserver answered the door, bouncing as he welcomed Sam inside. Come in, Sam. I'm happy you are here. Sam stepped in the door. The room had been conjoined to the 4 neighboring rooms. Machinery, lights, shelving, and test equipment were mounted everywhere. You said you had something you wanted to show me? The Preserver bobbed. Its chest device spoke. I have many things. I am thankful for such allowances you have given me. Numerous species have frequented this past week. I have gained much DNA through bartering. The Preserver walked over to metal shelving with numerous light containers on it. But what you will find most to your liking is here. Sam walked up to the shelves and looked in a container. It was a sweet potato, small but with stem and leaves. He looked in the next one. A small grass-looking plant was growing. He went down the row seeing a carrot, other grasses, and a potato. I'm liking this very much. You made these from samples from my storeroom? Yes. I did not know the names of them, and I asked Orbit once the plants were growing. They are sweet potato, corn, sugar, rice, wheat, cinnamon, pepper tree, pepper, clover, and dandelion. Clover and dandelion? That was in the food? No. I found traces on a set of boots in a trunk from the Bethany. Incredible. Sam looked back in the containers. He found one with a yellow flower and the familiar dandelion leaves spreading out from it. It's funny. Seeing this brings back good memories, and on Earth we saw them as weeds. Sam patted the Preserver on its torso. You did good. I need to make a greenhouse to grow them. Sam, you have been paying me quite well. I fear it is too much. Sam shook his head. Not with what I have seen here. You grew me bits of my home. You earned all I've given you. Thank you. I have surplus then. I do not know what to do with it. Well, if you could have anything, what would you get? The Preserver thought for a moment. I would do as you plan. I would make a space for all of the preserved. What kinds of things? Sam asked. Animals. There were many animals amongst the samples in your storeroom. I would like to make habitats as I have for the plants. I love that idea. I could use a burger. Oh my God, bacon. Yes, I can talk to Guachuk. We can build a zoo. A zoo? Yes, that is a good translation. Yes, I would like a zoo. This is a dream my people rarely achieve. The Preserver bounced. I am considered wealthy with this lab. I've been contacted by numerous brothers who are jealous. To have a zoo, my people would come and marvel. I would gain much from this. I will use this to build a zoo. Draw up what you need. We will get schematics made up. I have to run numbers to see what the core can handle anyway. Thank you, Preserver. This cheered me up. You have cheered me up as well, Sam. I will make more of these when the greenhouse is complete. Sam smiled and patted him again. I'm going to go. Thank you again. Goodbye for now, Sam. Sam left the Preserver and walked down the hall. He entered into the Hall of Restaurants. The consortium had paid for one to be built to feed their people. It had a sign hanging from the raised hall ceiling marking it, black lettering on a bright green background. Down from it was the crab house. A line of Stygians waited to get in, many Sam recognized in their Twain uniforms. Sam waved as he walked past. They waved their arms in response. Sam took a curved hall that led up to the atrium. He entered the windowed room and looked out over the station. It was a proud moment. These people, these aliens were here profiting, living, happy, on this raft adrift in the sea of space. Orbit? Yes, sir. We need to fund an additional core. The current economic output would not support an influx of the amount of cash needed to have one built, sir. That's why we are going to make a bank. Sam smiled, looking at the stars.